It's the final home game of the season for Coventry. It's against QPR, and oh goodness, it's been a long one. It's review that, and the whole of the season is Claudio. How are you, fella?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it must have felt a long time ago since that Leicester game when you kicked off this this season. It's been a long one, hasn't it?
Yeah, and on that first game of the season, we started so brightly, and we felt we should have got something out of that game, and that feels like our season. In that one game, we
One
feel like we
game.
should have got something out of this
Yeah,
season,
yeah. I
and
mean,
that's yeah.
yeah. Do you look at the playoff situation at the moment and how how marginally you've missed out on it and just feel what could have been?
Yeah, it's the first 16 matches, 3 wins. We can talk about cup runs and all the rest of it, but we got off to a poor start, and we've paid the price for it. Really, it's a shame because we worked so hard to get. I mean, we were nowhere in November time, I think, and then all of a sudden we're in the top six,
Yeah.
and it's I think a certain Andrew Hughes of Preston put paid to our season by taking out Sakamoto basically,
Yeah.
and since he's been out of the team, we've picked up I think oh well about 13 or so points out of a possible 30 odd. It's yeah, it basically tailed off, hasn't it?
Yeah. Um, on the final Terrace Talk, we're going to talk to you about your favourite home game this season. I'm going to ask you for your Player of the Year as well. And before that, I want to talk to you about your last game, Blackburn away. We're recording this
Yeah.
before the Ipswich game, so funny old game. And first of all, any words for Kitchen and his
Well,
cool head?
he's got a unique record. First player ever to get sent off 3 times in a season for Coventry City. One sending off was after the final whistle, which was had an altercation with a Sheffield Wednesday player. The other two were very similar. I'm not. I mean, he'll say he had to do it. He's got the midfield lose the ball. He thinks he's the last man, and it get legs tangled up and all the rest of it. But what can you do? I mean, it's sometimes you think you leave it to the keeper to deal with, but he has a decision to make, and he made it, and it was wrong. Yeah, we got. I mean, the chances are the keeper could still save it, couldn't he? It wasn't actually.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, Gallagher
Just need
wasn't
to bring down
really through on goal, and the way Gallagher is, there's no guarantee he'd hit the target
it.
at all. So, it was. We had an off day, and Blackburn needed something, and it was obvious that we weren't going to get the result we wanted. We blew it basically against Hull during the week, so it didn't really
Yeah,
matter. I don't
yeah.
think it was never going to happen.
It's a shame that whole game and the Blackburn one, because had those had gone your way, we'd be having a different conversation, wouldn't we, about these final two games, and I'm sure Leeds fans would have wanted you to have something on that Ipswich game, but c'est la vie. Because of the integrity of the league, there's no way he's going to rest any players against Ipswich. Do you think he'll play some kids against QPR?
No, because he's had opportunities before in the past, and Mark Robbins doesn't really do that. He's very rarely he puts in kids, um, and I think because I've not really been around the first team, I'm not sure who he'd put in anyway. I mean, we've blown up because we lost at Birmingham and of course losing to Cardiff. Those are the two games where we should have got points from, and I don't think he'll put kids in. I mean, he played a young lad on Saturday, but that was just for a few minutes right at the death. So he definitely wouldn't start with him, I don't think.
No.
Um,
Okay. Before we look at head to QPR, then let's ask you to reflect back on this crazy season. Thinking about your home results, what's been the standout memory from this 23 game homes campaign?
Standout would be the last 10 minutes against Leicester City at home, which obviously we got those beautiful goals. And what an ending to a really good match, actually,
Yeah,
with obviously local rivals. Um, and it looked like we weren't going to do it. And then, of course, the sending off, all controversial penalty, controversial sending off, everything you want from a local derby, loads of banter. And of course, the most exciting 10 minutes I've had since my wedding night, basically. That was just, it was just incredible. It's what football's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
yeah, I mean, close to that would be the Leeds match was good as well.
Oh, that was a feisty one. That one, wasn't
It
it?
was a really, really good game. So we can raise it for the big ones. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's
This is a tough call, I think. It is for me anyway, and I've watched a little bit of you this season. Player of the season.
um right. Had he not got injured, for me, it would have been Sakamoto. Basically, not being able to speak a word of English and trying to learn the language, trying to get used to our culture, and all the rest of it. And he was settling in just right, and he was great. And when he was playing, he was a threat. Because, and I look at it long term, Jake Bidwell's been tremendous. I would say, he's the most improved player this season, but he's rightfully playing in the back four, so that suits him. But for me, Ben Sheaf, it's just from where he'd come from, where we weren't too sure about him about 3 seasons ago when we signed him. He just looks quality, and I'm hoping come next August he's actually in the lineup because of our cup run and the amount of times he's been on television, they'll be sniffing at the door, won't they? That's what
They will.
happens.
Yeah. Do you think Ellis Sims obviously has attracted attention for numerous hat tricks and so on that have been on TV, and will also attract some attention from some lower Premier League teams? I mean, he's been there before with Everton, hasn't done it, but obviously he's a different player now.
Um, Possibly, but he needs to do it over more than just this season because he started so slowly, and his goals have come, like he's got a couple of hat tricks and a couple of 2 goals here and there. But I mean, his run now it is ridiculous. He's got about 14 and 15 or something like
Yeah.
that, which doesn't really give you a true picture of his whole season. I think next season we'll see. I'll be surprised if somebody comes in for him at the minute.
Okay. And finally, then on this season, what's been your favourite goal?
Oh, I'm going to go for. Oh, it's been some beauties. I mean, Casey Palmer scored a lovely goal against Hull the other night. I would say, right, I'm going to go for. I'll have to pick. Does it have to be in the league or the cup?
Ah, well, you have the cup as well if you want.
Because I think as you right at Wolves. I mean,
Ah,
that was just, for how late it was. My son says it reminded him of Thierry Henry, the way he took it, the body shape and everything. But for when it was scored right at the end of the game, in what was a pulsating match at Molineux,
yeah.
I'm going to go for Haji Wright's goal away at Wolves. In the league, it would be Ben Sheaf away at Sheffield Wednesday, because he doesn't put him in like that normally.
Okay. In terms of the best goal in the whole championship this season, you are aware that that's going to be Coventry City conceding, don't you?
Yeah.
You say it over and over again. I mean, I forget if you were there live or certainly you were watching it, but would you give a goal like that over the Rabona scored by Philogene for Hull?
Yeah, but didn't the Rabona take a deflection?
Well, did it? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'll give it. Ipswich was a great team goal, mainly because the way Connor Chaplin fizzed that ball across the pitch. See this, but I mean, we did kind of watch them pass it round us, but you can't knock that finish. That was just
No.
outstanding. And yeah, if that had been somebody with a foreign name, you know, you know what I mean, they'd be raving about it, won't they? You'd see it every week. So
Cool.
yeah, yeah, you can't. That's a great goal. Great goal.
All right, speaking of QPR fan, and let's check in on this dead rubber match. Jawad, welcome to the Coventry View. You could care less about this game, couldn't you?
I couldn't care less, and it's the best feeling in the world. Honestly, first time this season there's been a game where we can go and enjoy it and relax. Yeah, we're thrilled.
All right then. I mean, fantastic result against Leeds, obviously. You chance of playing any kids then? Is he going to just freshen this up, or
we don't really have any kids coming through that are going to be anywhere near good enough to play in the first team yet. So I can't see any changes at all, really. I think because they've ended the season quite well, I think if we ended with a victory to end the season with 3 victories in a row, probably for the first time this season, I think we've managed 3 maybe earlier in the season. I don't think they're going to let up, actually.
Okay. Is there any chance, you two, that we can get a nice 4-4 or 5-5 high-scoring draw out of you two for this one? Or...
It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Well, I think with our defences, definitely. It could easily happen.
Yeah.
And it's Legends Day as well, so it'll be quite good.
And you got any fancy dress, Joward, to the CBS? You know,
I have ordered the Marty masks. I think there'll be quite a few QPR fans in their Marty masks. Yeah, so hopefully mine arrive on time. I have my doubts if they will or not. Right. Looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
Okay, not that we care, but let's do some score predictions from you both anyway. Coventry City against QPR, 12:30, final day of the season. Nothing on it whatsoever. Claudio?
I think I've got to do what I normally do. I'm going to sit on the fence.
Come on, get off that fence.
Yeah. Oh, we're conceding goals. We concede goals all the time. I mean, we didn't against Blackburn, but we should have conceded about 4 or 5. We gave them enough chances. It's going to be these end of season games with neither side got anything to go for. Normally, either really boring or they are entertaining. And I think we've got 2 teams who've got enough about them to score goals and concede. So I think it could be a good old 2-2 or a 3-3.
That's what we want to hear. Good. 3-3. We'll take that. Joward?
Do you know what? I'm going to go Coventry 2, QPR 4. Why not end the season on a high? I think I've only predicted us to win once this season. So, now there's nothing on it. I think 4-2 win, maybe a 4-2 defeat. We'll see. But looking forward to it. Really, really looking forward to it.
All right. Cheers, Joward. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
I'll let you go, Claudio. Just say thank you, obviously, from all of us for all your expert reviews and commentary this season. If I was to ask you now to pick a number where we're going to be sitting this time next year, where will Coventry finish? And there's lots of discussions and signings to make, but where do you think you're on an upward trajectory there for this club?
This time next year, you'll be saying, "Well, Claudio, we're sorry to lose you. Enjoy the Premier League." You know what, Mark? As we all know, it depends what happens in the summer. I think we're in a good place, and we've got to be around the playoffs surely next season. I would be disappointed if we don't get in the playoffs next season.
All right, nice one. Thank you for all the entertainment this season. Have a great summer. We will be catching up with you to review the whole season shortly. But for now, on Toast Talk, thanks, Claudio. And thank you to every single Coventry City fan who's watched us this year, commented on the channel, liked our video. We really, really appreciate all your support. It's been fantastic to get to know us. And I've got to say, and I'm going to say this quite honestly, Coventry City fans have really surprised me this season. They are, without doubt, one of the best set of fans in this league. They are not only the travelling numbers, but they are sensible. Does that make sense? You know, I know every club's got its nutters, but they are realistic, honest, decent fans who, you know, really kind of support their team, but also are realistic about what they can expect. There's no attitude about them. So, also, well done, Coventry fans.
I completely echo that as well. At QPR for the last couple of seasons, they've been the best away fans I've seen. I think they travel in numbers. There's never a huge police presence. They behave themselves. They support their team. They don't stop. And in terms of away atmospheres for QPR, Coventry's probably the best I've seen in the last 2 or 3 years as well. So completely echo that.
Thanks for that. We on Saturday, I think we eclipsed ourselves by obviously Carl McFadzean. We didn't get the chance to say ta-ra to him, and the final whistle, we all sang his song, and it went on for about 5 minutes. And he came down in his Blackburn kit, and we just kept singing the song even throughout the game, which he's now come out and said he couldn't believe what a wonderful thing to do. But we've changed as a fan base in the last 7 years, and it's great, and a lot of it's down to the young supporters. I'm an old boy, but we've got kids, teenagers, and have just embraced it, I think, and it's great. It's great for the future of our club. And I know people have a go at youngsters and that, but without these kids coming through, we haven't got a fan base. And I think they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Enjoy your summer, Claudio. You definitely deserved it, and enjoy Coventry versus QPR. 4-4. Come on.
Yes, why not?
That's what.
Cheers.
Cheers, Claudio.